Hello, voice is audible. Hello, voice is audible to all.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Whether screen is fully visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we will just wait for 2 minutes. Some students are joining now. So good afternoon to one and all. We have covered almost all power plant from this chapter. These are nothing but the first of all we have covered the diesel power plant. Then we have covered the what I can say gas turbine power plant, and then we have covered the wind power plant. So at the last we are going to cover the another important power plant, that is nothing but the solar thermal power plant. Okay, now see, as far as its a typical layout of this particular solar thermal power plant is concerned, so see, its typical layout is shown here with the help of this diagram. Okay, so first part in this particular typical layout, which is nothing but the solar collector. As see, as name itself suggests that this particular solar thermal power plant is working on this solar energy. Okay, as its name is going to suggest us that solar thermal power plant, it is going to work on this particular solar energy. Now, from where we are getting this solar energy? We are getting, or what we can say, the very important, or the what we can say, the important source of this solar energy is nothing but this sun. So this solar energy is going to be collected from this particular sun. Do we are going to collect the solar energy from the sun. So how we are going to collect the solar energy? We are going to collect this solar energy with the help of solar collector. Okay, so what is the solar collector? See, these are normally what we can say our solar power plates are there, but they are arranged in the different manner. Okay, so how these solar collector are looking like, I will show you here. Just see, at the last I have taken here. These are nothing but the solar collectors. As normal solar collector, you know that how we are going to collect the solar energy with the help of normal flat solar panel. Now, these are the what? Parabolic draft solar collector. Whatever the first left hand side image which you are seeing, these are the parabolic draft. And whatever the right image you are seeing, these are nothing but the parabolic dish solar collector. With the help of this solar collector, what we are going to do? We are collecting the solar energy from the sun. ओके, नॉर्मल जे आपले सोलार पॅनलचे कलेक्टर आहेत, फ्लॅट कलेक्टर, ते तुम्ही सगळ्यांनी बघितलेले आहे. बट व्हॉट इज डिफरंट हियर? द फर्स्ट इमेज विच इज शोन हियर, दिस इज द सोलार, और यू कॅन से parabolic draft solar collector, and these are nothing but the parabolic dish solar collector. What we are going to do? We are going to collect the solar energy with the help of this solar collector. Okay, now नेमिंग कशासाठी केलं बघा, फक्त ह्याचा जे काही शेप आहे त्या शेप मुळे फक्त ह्याला नेमिंग केलेलं आहे. देर इज अ नथिंग डिफरन्स इन दॅट फ्लॅट सोलार पॅनल अँड दिस वन. जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ इट्स शेप, the naming has been given like parabolic draft and parabolic dish type solar collector. Okay, so see what we are going to do. With the help of this particular solar collector, we are going to collect this particular solar energy. Now what we have to do, as we have collected this particular solar energy, but it is stored in the form of heat, in the heat storage tank. What is going to happen, as we are going to collect this solar energy from this particular sun with the help of this solar collector, and whenever we are going to collect this particular solar energy, what we are going to do, we are going to store this particular energy in the form of heat in the storage tank, किंवा त्याला तुम्ही काय म्हणू शकता, heat storage tank. heat storage tank मध्ये फ्लुइड म्हणजेच काय, हीट स्टोरेज टँक मध्ये हे जे काय फ्लुइड आहे ते फ्लुइड, दीज आर नथिंग बट दी हीट. ओके, विच इज जनरेटेड ड्यू टू दी, और विच इज जनरेटेड व्हेनेवर वी आर गोइंग टू कलेक्ट दी सोलर एनर्जी. हे फ्लुइड म्हणजेच काय, फ्लुइड इज नथिंग बट दी हीट. And whatever the stored heat energy is there, whatever the stored heat energy is there, that is going to transfer to the boiler. Okay, what is the stored heat energy is there, that is going to transfer to this boiler, where that heat is converted into steam. Okay, what happened, whatever the stored heat energy is there, that is going to transfer to this particular boiler, where it is converted into steam. And whatever the steam is there, that is again going to inserted on this particular turbine. Okay, that steam is going to be inserted on the wheels of this turbine, and whenever this turbine is going to rotate, the generator shaft is going to connect it to this particular turbine. And in the turbine, what happens, whatever the steam energy is there, that is converted into the mechanical energy. And as a generator is connected to the shaft of this particular turbine, this mechanical energy is converted into the electrical energy, and at the output side of this particular generator, you are getting the electrical energy. Okay, but the same like the previous one, आपण जे आधी बघितलं होतं कशा, थर्मल पॉवर प्लांट मध्ये, whatever the we are seeing in the thermal power plant, whatever the heat energy is there, that after the operation into this particular turbine, whatever the heat energy is there, that is again going to pass to this condenser, and the heat is condensed, and whatever the water is there, after the condensation of this particular heat, it is again going to transfer for the proper operation of this particular boiler. Okay, everybody got it? Same we have already seen, where from where we are getting this particular steam is there, whenever we are going to insert this particular steam on this particular shaft, or we can say blades of the turbine, what happen after that, whatever heat is there, which is going to be taken out from this particular turbine, which is condensed, and whatever the water is there, it is again transferred to this particular boiler for the proper operation. Okay, so see, this is the simple working of this particular solar power plant. I will again tell you how this particular solar power plant is going to be work. We are having different particular, what we can say, block diagram here, or different blocks which we are going to concern. First and very most important, that is nothing but the solar collector. This particular solar collector is going to be used for the collection of the solar energy from the sun. As we are going to collect this particular solar energy from the sun, this particular energy is stored in the form of heat in the heat storage tank, or you can just call it is storage tank. Whatever the heat is there, that heat is again going to transfer to the boiler, where that heat is going to be converted into the steam, and the steam is going to be inserted on this particular wheels of the turbine, and whenever this turbine is going to rotate, the shaft of the generator, or you can say AC alternator, is connected to the turbine, and as the turbine is going to rotate, that generator is also going to rotate, which will convert mechanical energy into the electrical energy. So many of the time in the MCQs, they are going to ask the input for this particular generator is nothing but the mechanical energy, and output is nothing but the electrical energy. And whatever the heat is there, which is utilized in the operation of this particular turbine, it is again condensed in the condenser, and whatever the water which is formed after in the condenser or condensation, that is again transferred to the boiler. Okay, that is again transferred to this particular boiler. So this is the simple working of this particular, what we can say, solar thermal power plant. Okay, everybody got this one? सगळ्यांना कळलेलं आहे का हे?
Yes, sir.
सिंपल आहे का? इज इट पॉसिबल टू ड्रॉइंग इट इन सिंपल वेज? ओके, आता जर तुम्ही whenever you are going to refer the different books, you will find somewhat different diagrams are there. Okay, but whatever the very simple diagram or whatever the very simple constructions is there, that I have taken from the internet. Okay, got it everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, जे तुम्ही म्हणजे हे, that is actually not a part of our syllabus. This is the solar collector, but just for your kind information, I have shown you. This is called as the parabolic draft solar collector, and this is called as parabolic dish solar collector. Whatever this first image is there, this is parabolic draft, and this is the second image is there. This is the parabolic dish solar collector, that which we are going to use for the collection of the solar energy. Okay, got it everyone? Now, very important part, that is as far as this particular solar thermal power plant is concerned, that is the site selection or the choice of the site selection. Which parameter we need to consider whenever we are going to select the site for this particular solar thermal power plant? Okay, got it everyone? Now, first and foremost important point, that availability of solar radiation. Okay, so what happens? What is important here? As you know that, as I have already told you, this particular solar thermal power plant, the source of energy for this particular solar thermal power plant is solar energy. So we have to select the particular location or the site in a such way that the solar radiation available in the ample amount. जिथं solar radiation continuously available आहेत, तिथेच काय करतो आपण, ते पर्टिक्युलर साइट चूज केली पाहिजे. नाहीतर तुम्ही अशा ठिकाणी जर सोलार रेडिएशन चूज करायला गेला की तिथं व्हॉट वी कॅन से इन द इयर, टोटल इयर, इफ 6 months, इफ वी आर कन्सिडरिंग द 6 months, व्हॉट वी कॅन से तिथं 6 महिने जर तिथं बर्फ असेल, स्नो इज देअर, and if you are going to put that particular solar thermal power plant in that area, whether it is accessible, no, because in these 6 months, if it is not available, the solar energy is not available, then what is the use of that particular solar power plant? म्हणजे अशा ठिकाणी तुम्हाला सोलार पॉवर प्लांट उभा करायचा आहे की तिथं, किंवा साईट चूज करताना तुम्हाला अशी साईट सिलेक्ट करायची आहे की तिथं देर इज अ अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ सोलार रेडिएशन इन दी एम्पल अमाउंट. म्हणजे सोलार रेडिएशन तुम्हाला तिथं कंटिन्युअसली अवेलेबल पाहिजे. मिनिमम फॉर अ डे, मिनिमम 10 to 12 hours it is available there. That site we have to select for this particular solar thermal power plant. Got it, everyone? First and foremost important point, that is nothing but the availability and solar radiation. The next, availability of vacant land. See, इथे तुम्ही बघू शकता, is it possible to see here how much land is required for this particular solar power plant? See, if we are going to consider this particular image, the land is required from here to here. This much vacant land is required in order to establish this particular power plant. Okay, so we have to select the site where we are having the particular vacant land in order to establish, or in order to what we can say fit there that particular solar thermal power plant. म्हणजे जर तुमच्याकडे तिथे vacant landच available नसेल, किंवा जे land आहे ते थोडंच असेल, तर तुम्ही तिथे पर्टिक्युलर जेवढं आपल्याला पाहिजे तेवढ्या इफिशियन्सीचा सोलार प्लांट उभा करता येईल का? No, it is not possible. So that's why the second point and the first 2 point plays a very important role, is that availability of solar radiation and availability of vacant land. Solar radiation and vacant land. Solar radiation, as this is the main source of energy. Okay, that's why they are saying we have to select a site where the solar radiation is available in the ample amount. And second is nothing but the availability of vacant land. Very important word is there, availability of vacant land. Okay, then third, distance from existing transmission line. Okay, हे तर आपण प्रत्येक पॉवर प्लांट मध्ये बघत आलेलो आहे की त्या पर्टिक्युलर पॉवर प्लांटचं व्हॉटएव्हर दिस, वेदर इट मे बी अ सोलार थर्मल पॉवर प्लांट इज देअर or it may be a wind power plant is there, that the distance from that particular power plant should be nearer to that particular transmission line, so that it will take a less cost to transmit that particular whatever the energy generated to the different stations, or to the different point. Okay, so this is the third point, which is nothing but the what I can say distance from the existing transmission line. Existing म्हणजे काय, जी पर्टिक्युलर सध्याला अवेलेबल आहे त्या पर्टिक्युलर एक्झिस्टिंग ट्रान्समिशन लाईन पासून व्हॉटएव्हर द डिस्टन्स ऑफ युअर सोलार थर्मल पॉवर प्लांट इज देअर, दॅट शुड बी ॲज नियर ॲज पॉसिबल. The fourth and very important point is that is nothing but the variation in the local climate. Okay, whenever we are going to select any site for this solar thermal power plant, that time we need to think that what is the variation in that particular local climate. म्हणजे तिथं तिथं जे काय क्लायमेट आहे त्याचं व्हेरिएशन काय होतंय, व्हेरिएशन काय होतंय म्हणजे काय, तिथं सोलार एनर्जी किती अमाऊंट मध्ये अवेलेबल आहे, त्याच्यानंतर तिथं कधी क्लायमेट चेंज होतं, कुठल्या क्लायमेट मध्ये हाऊ मेनी टाइम्स द सोलार एनर्जी इज कंटिन्युअसली अवेलेबल, ते क्लायमेट किती दिवस टिकतं. Okay, that all things that we need to consider whenever we are going to consider the establishment of the solar thermal plant. See, variation in the local climate is very important, because as if we are going to concern the local climate of our Solapur and the local climate of all Konkan region, the local climate is different, because in our Solapur region the amount of solar energy available throughout the day is obviously more than this particular Konkan region. So whatever this particular variation in the local climate, that we need to think. Okay, everybody got it well? हे आपण व्हेरिएशन आहे ते सोलार थर्मल पॉवर प्लांट एस्टॅब्लिश करायसाठी बघितलं पाहिजे का, कारण जर सोलार एनर्जीज अवेलेबल नसेल तर तुम्ही तिथे पर्टिक्युलर सोलार थर्मल पॉवर प्लांट एस्टॅब्लिश करून फायदा आहे का? नो, देर इज नो यूज ऑफ दॅट. सो whenever we are going to consider the solar power plant, at that time what we need to think is that how the variation is there in this particular local climate. Okay, then use of nearby land. Now use of nearby land means what? See, whenever we are going to, आता इथे जर तुम्ही बघितलं असेल, ओके, इथे जर तुम्ही बघितलं असेल, आता ती पर्टिक्युलर काय, ही जी काय सोलार ही आहे, प्लेट आहे, डिश टाइप सोलार प्लेट आहे, ती पर्टिक्युलर इथे उभी आहे. पण whenever you are going to consider this particular land, ओके, हे लँड पण तुम्हाला काय करता आलं पाहिजे, व्हॉट एव्हर द फ्युचर वर्क इज देअर रिलेटेड टू एक्सटेन्शन ऑफ इट्स पर्टिक्युलर सोलार पॉवर प्लांट, हे तुम्हाला यूज करता आलं पाहिजे. म्हणजे साईट सिलेक्ट करताना अशी सिलेक्ट नाही करायची की फक्त थोडी साईट सिलेक्ट केली, तिथं तुम्ही सोलार डिश उभा केली, दॅट्स इट, परत तुम्हाला तिथं काहीच नाही करता आलं, देन देअर इज अ नो यूज ऑफ दिस पर्टिक्युलर साईट. सो व्हॉट वी नीड टू कन्सिडर हिअर, or what we need to think here is that, what we need to think here, use of the nearby land, whatever the land which is available where we are going to establish the solar power plant, that land should be used for the what we can say extension activity or extension of that particular solar thermal power plant. Then topography of this particular site, can anybody, just a minute, I had a call. Sorry for the disruption. Okay, the sixth point that we need to consider is topography at this site. Can anybody tell me the Marathi meaning of this particular topography? Is it possible for anybody to tell this particular meaning of this particular topography? See, what happens, topography in the sense, म्हणजे ज्यावेळेस तुम्ही पहिल्यांदा पॉवर प्लांट एस्टॅब्लिश केला, ठीक आहे, ओके, यू हॅव एस्टॅब्लिश दॅट पर्टिक्युलर पॉवर प्लांट बाय सिलेक्टिंग द साईट. मग असं नाही झालं पाहिजे की परत थोड्या दिवसांनी तो तिथून प्लांट काढून दुसरीकडे आपल्याला न्यावं लागला पाहिजे ड्यू टू द सम पर्टिक्युलर रिझन्स. ओके, त्यालाच काय म्हणणार, टोपोग्राफी ऑफ द साईट. म्हणजे थोडक्यात ती साईट सिलेक्ट करताना अशीच आपल्याला सिलेक्ट करायची आहे की ती पर्टिक्युलर सगळ्या वेळी आपल्याला काय पाहिजे, इट शुड बी अफोर्डेबल और इट शुड बी कन्व्हिनियंट फॉर अस. म्हणजे असं नाही करायचं की आपल्याला व्हेनेवर वी हॅव सिलेक्टेड द साईट, at that time what we have to do, we have to get it what I can say, ती पर्टिक्युलर एस्टॅब्लिश केलेला पॉवर प्लांट आहे तो त्या पर्टिक्युलर साईट पासून दुसरीकडे घेऊन जावं लागला. इट शुड नॉट बी लाईक दॅट. सो व्हेनेवर वी आर गोइंग टू सिलेक्ट दी साईट फॉर दिस पर्टिक्युलर सोलार थर्मल पॉवर प्लांट, its nearby topography or the topography of that particular site that should be considered. Okay, and the seventh and foremost important point, that is nothing but the geotechnical issue. So what we need to consider is that whenever we are establishing the solar thermal power plant, or whenever we are going to select the site for this particular solar power plant, the natural habitat should not be disturbed, or what will happen, there should be less effect in this natural habitat which is living in the environment. ओके, म्हणजे जर सपोज आता तुम्ही एखादी साईट सिलेक्ट केली, तिथे भरपूर प्रमाणात झाड आहेत, म्हणजे तुम्हाला आता ऑब्व्हियसली इफ यू वॉन्ट टू एस्टॅब्लिश और इफ यू वॉन्ट टू इरेक्ट दी सोलार थर्मल पॉवर प्लांट, what is your duty, you have to cut that particular what we can say trees, and then you have to establish the solar thermal power, you have to erect the solar power plant there. So what happens, whenever we are going to cut that particular trees, that time what happens, whatever the natural habitat is there, that is going to disturb. Which natural habitat? Obviously it is affecting the environment, but on that particular tree, due to that particular cutting of the tree, the natural habitat of birds, because on that particular tree some birds are living, so that natural habitat should be less affected. So we have to select a site in a such way that, or we have to select a site in a such way that there should be less geotechnical issues as it is possible, because what happens, the effect on natural habitat is also important. म्हणजे आपल्याला असं काम कुठलं करायचं नाहीये की त्याच्यामुळे बाकीचे जे काय एन्व्हायरमेंट मध्ये डिफरंट स्पेसीज आहेत त्यांचं सगळं पूर्ण हे व्हावं, आणि देअर शुड बी डिस्टर्बन्स इन दी नॅचरल हॅबिटॅट. Okay, so these geotechnical issues that we need to also consider. So the 7 different points, whenever we are going to consider the site selection for this particular solar energy, we need to consider the 7 different points. First 2 points are very important: availability of solar radiation, and second is nothing but the availability of vacant land. Third is distance from the existing transmission line. Fourth, variation in the local calamities, or you can say variation in the local climate. Fifth, use of nearby land. Sixth, topography of this particular site. And seventh is nothing but the geotechnical issues are there. Everybody got this one? सगळ्यांना कळलंय का? Which point we need to consider whenever we are going to select the site for the solar power plant?
Yes, sir.
Okay, लक्षात घ्या. Now also I have checked the some of the ISC paper. What happens in the ISC paper? I have asked one question, that is write short note on the site selection for something power plant. Okay, and I have just given the heading. What you have did, you have just also written down the heading there. You have not written explanation. Why? Because I have already told you written explanation whenever I will teaching you. ज्यावेळेस आपलं ते टीचिंग चालू होतं त्यावेळेस मी त्याच्या रिलेटेडचं एक्सप्लेनेशन तुम्हाला सांगितलेलं आहे. ते त्याचं जे काय एक्सप्लेनेशन आहे ते तुम्ही मनाने लिहू शकत होता का नाही? वेदर इट इज पॉसिबल फॉर यू टू राईट डाऊन. That's why I'm saying whenever I'm going to teach you, that time you should listen it properly so that it is possible for us, or it is possible for you only to write it in by your own ways. तुमच्या स्वतःच्या वर्ड मध्ये ते तुम्हाला लिहिता येईल हे तुम्हाला सांगितलं होतं. त्याच्यासाठी तर मी काय म्हणत होतो तुम्हाला, यू जस्ट लिसन व्हॉट आय एम टीचिंग टू यू. ओके, त्यामुळे ज्यांनी ते फक्त पॉइंट्स लिहिले आहेत त्यांचे मार्क कट झालेले आहेत. ऑब्विसली you have lose their 1 mark, those who have written just point there, because I have already told you explanation for that particular point, why this particular point we need to consider. So it is expected from you people is that you should write the explanation of each and every point whenever it is going to be asked into the ISC. Got it everyone? So for this also, whenever you are going to select the site criteria, or there should be a site selection criteria for any particular power plant, you have to write, because I am explaining each and every point there. Whether I am saying like this, there are 4 points that we need to consider. First is the availability of solar radiation, availability of vacant land. No, I am explaining each and every point, why we need to consider, or what is the explanation of that particular point. So it is expected from you people that you should write that one also. Okay. Now the next point that is very important, that is advantages and disadvantages. So as far as the advantages of solar energy is concerned, which is the foremost advantages? First, renewable source of energy. What is the advantage? Foremost advantage is there that solar energy, or whatever the solar energy which we are using for the operation of solar power plant or solar thermal power plant, or as input energy, that is solar energy is renewable source of energy, because it is not going to exhaust, it is continuously available in nature. म्हणजे त्याच्यासारखं असं फॉसिल फ्युएल्स किंवा पेट्रोल डिझेल सारखं असं नाहीये की ते कधीतरी एक्झॉस्ट होऊन जाणार आहे. That is the continuously renewable source of energy that we are going to use as far as this particular solar thermal power plant is concerned. Okay, so the foremost and very important advantages of the solar thermal power plant is renewable source of energy. Okay, the second, round the clock operation. Round the clock operation म्हणजे काय? म्हणजे आता इथे त्याचं मिनिंग असं घ्यायचं नाही की घड्याळ चालू आहे आणि घड्याळाच्या काट्याप्रमाणे त्याचं ऑपरेशन चालू आहे. राउंड दी क्लॉक ऑपरेशन म्हणजे काय? as soon as that particular plates, or as soon as whatever the solar collects are there, whenever they will receive the solar energy, they start working on that particular generation of the electrical energy. That is called as the round clock operation. Okay, म्हणजे ज्या वेळेस त्यांच्याकडे सोलार एनर्जी येईल, सोलार एनर्जी लगेच अवेलेबल होईल, ते त्याच्या ऑपरेशनला काय करणार आहे? दे आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट. That second point that they are saying that round the clock operation. Round the clock म्हणजे जसं की त्यांच्याकडे लगे अवेलेबल झालं तसं लगेच काय होणार आहे, that solar plate is going to be activated or that solar collector is going to activate and start its working. Okay, so that point is to be considered here. That is nothing but the round the clock operation. Then space efficient technology. Space efficient technology in the sense, space efficient technology, as I have already told you, we require the vacant land for this particular establishment or erection of the solar thermal power plant. But space, as far as the space efficiency is concerned, as the space is more, okay, as the space is more, we are going to erect the different solar collectors are there, or the numbers of solar collector is going to be increased as the space is more. And as what we can say, number of solar collectors are available, we will get the energy, or we will get the electrical energy in the what we can say, as per the availability of that particular solar collector. म्हणजे जेवढे जास्त सोलार कलेक्टर अवेलेबल आहेत तेवढे तुम्हाला काय होणार आहे, जास्त इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी मिळणार आहे. पण सोलार कलेक्टर हे कधी अवेलेबल होऊ शकतील, जर तुमच्याकडे स्पेस जास्त असेल तर तुम्ही काय करू शकता, यू आर गोइंग टू एस्टॅब्लिश दॅट पर्टिक्युलर सोलार कलेक्टर्स देअर, सो दॅट व्हॉट इट विल हॅपन, the generation of the electrical amount should be, electrical energy should be more, and you will get the electrical energy in the ample amount. Okay, so that third point is also there, that is nothing but the space efficient technology. Then fourth point, cost efficient technology. आता तुम्ही ज्यावेळेस आपण डिसएडव्हान्टेज शिकणार आहोत त्यात पण हा पॉइंट येणार आहे कॉस्टचा. पण इथं कॉस्ट इफिशियंट टेक्नॉलॉजी म्हणजे त्यांनी काय म्हटलेलं आहे, एकदा तुमचा सोलार थर्मल पॉवर प्लांट एस्टॅब्लिश झाला, whenever you have established your solar power plant there, after that there is no that much investment, or there is no that much money is required for the particular continuous operation of this particular solar power plant. Only we will require some maintenance is there, that particular money is required for this particular solar thermal power plant. After that पहिल्यांदा ज्यावेळेस तुमचं इरेक्शन आहे त्यावेळेसच तुम्हाला हाय कॉस्ट लागणार आहे, त्याच्यानंतर ते कंटिन्युअसली वर्किंग करत जाणार आहे. आफ्टर दॅट इट इज व्हॉट वी कॅन से, म्हणजे कंटिन्युअसली त्याच्यावर मनी इन्व्हेस्ट करायला लागणार नाही, फक्त त्याचे काय थोडेफार मेंटेनन्स चार्जेस आहेत, दॅट मेंटेनन्स चार्जेस ओनली दॅट यू शुड नीड. Otherwise it is not like that. If you have installed this particular solar power plant, we have invested the lot of amount at the time of starting, after that we have to invest again that much amount only. No, it is not like that. That's why they are saying that it is a cost efficient technology. And fifth is environment friendly technology. Environment friendly is not, whenever we are going to establish this particular power plant, there should not be any what we can say pollution is there, or it will not affect the environment that much. Why? Because as far as this thermal power plant is concerned, ज्यावेळेस तुम्ही थर्मल पॉवर प्लांट बघितला त्यावेळेस आपण काय करत होतो, whatever with the help of that particular exhaust, whatever the gases are there, that gases are going to expand into the atmosphere, आणि त्याच्यामुळे काय होतं, whatever the environment is there that is going to be polluted. But as far as this particular what we can say solar thermal power plant is there, it is environment friendly. Environment friendly technology means what happens, there should not be any what we can say pollution to this particular environment with the help of this erection of this particular solar thermal power plant. Okay, so these are the 5 advantages which is related to the solar thermal power plant. First is nothing but the renewable source of energy is there, then round clock the operation, space efficient technology, fourth cost efficient, and fifth is nothing but the environment friendly technology. Got it everyone? Everyone got the advantages? कळलेले आहेत का advantages?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, next, as we have covered advantage, now we have to move towards the disadvantage. Okay, now what is the first disadvantage? It takes a lot of research and effort to decide the location. Sorry, इथे चुकून वाइंड झालेला आहे, करेक्शन करा. It takes a lot of research and effort to decide where the solar power plant has to be installed due to the fluctuation of this particular solar radiation. Just a minute, I have just okay. So what happened? Due to this, it is lot of research and effort. Why it is required? Because we have to select a site where the solar energy is available in the ample amount. म्हणजे आपल्याला साइट सिलेक्ट करताना अशी साइट आपल्याला सिलेक्ट करायची आहे की जिथे सोलार एनर्जी ही जास्त प्रमाणात अवेलेबल आहे. मग त्याच्यानंतर ती साइट सिलेक्ट केली तर तिथे लँड अवेलेबल आहे का, मग तिथं प्लांट एस्टॅब्लिश कसा करायचा, मग कुठल्या पोझिशनला ज्या सोलार कलेक्टर प्लेट इन्स्टॉल केल्या तर आपल्याला जास्त अमाऊंट मध्ये सोलार एनर्जी अवेलेबल होईल, त्याच्यानंतर त्यांना कसा रोटेशन दिलं तर जास्त अमाऊंट ऑफ एनर्जी जनरेट होईल. That things we need to consider whenever we are going to decide this particular what we can say the solar thermal power plant. म्हणजे पॉवर प्लांट कुठे लावायचा, त्याच्यानंतर ते सोलार कलेक्टर प्लेट कशा एस्टॅब्लिश करायच्या, सोलार कलेक्टर प्लेट एस्टॅब्लिश झाल्यानंतर काय म्हणतो त्याला त्याला इन्क्लिनेशन किती द्यायचं, त्याच्यानंतर किती अमाऊंट ऑफ एनर्जी that is going to available for us, that we need to think. Then as I have already told you, the initial cost, the second disadvantage is that the initial cost of this particular solar thermal power plant is obviously high. The initial cost, the erection cost of this particular solar thermal power plant is very high. So what we need to think is that as only at the time of erection, it should not be like that the more money is been invested and we are getting the output in the less amount. म्हणजे असं नाही झालं पाहिजे की तुम्ही इन्व्हेस्टमेंट मनी भरपूर केलेला आहे पण तुम्हाला आउटपुट मिळताना किंवा तुम्हाला ज्या अमाऊंट मध्ये आउटपुट मिळते दॅट शुड बी लेस. ओके, सो the two foremost disadvantage of this particular solar thermal power plant is that first we have to do a lot of research or we have to kindly ensure that the site selected for this installation of the solar power plant it should be proper. And then second disadvantage is that the second disadvantage of the solar thermal power plant is that the initial cost for the installment of this particular solar thermal power plant is high. Okay, so these are the two foremost disadvantages related to this particular solar thermal power plant. I have already shown you. बघा आता लक्षात घ्या, आपण जर नॉर्मली इंडियामध्ये आपण जर कन्सिडर केलं तर ह्या ज्या काय पॅराबोलिक ड्राफ्ट सोलार प्लेट आहेत, सोलार कलेक्टर आहेत किंवा हे जे सोलार डिश पॅराबोलिक डिश टाइप ऑफ सोलार कलेक्टर्स आहेत ते आपण रिअरली वापरतो. आपण जे काय आपल्या फ्लॅट आहेत बघा, ह्या जे काय असं फ्लॅट सोलार पॅनल असतात ते आपण मोस्टली इन दी इंडिया वी आर गोइंग टू यूज दिस पर्टिक्युलर सोलार स्ट्रक्चर in order to collect the solar energy from the sun. But in the different countries, such type of parabolic draft or this parabolic dish type of structure that is used for the collection of this particular solar energy. Okay. So this is related to this power plant, that is nothing but the solar thermal power plant. Okay. So in this particular chapter, how many power plants we have covered? How many power plants we have covered in this particular chapter? कोण सांगू शकते? Is it possible to tell you, or it is in front of you on the screen? Who is going to tell you? 3 or 4 we have covered. 4. See here. First of all, we have covered the diesel power plant. In the diesel power plant, we have seen its typical layout of this particular diesel power plant. Okay. Then we have seen for each and every power plant, we have seen its typical layout explanation. Then advantages of diesel power plant, then disadvantages, and its site selection criteria. Then we have covered the gas turbine power plant, its theory, then its typical layout related to the gas turbine power plant, its advantages, its disadvantages, and the site selection. Then we have covered this typical layout of the wind power plant, its site selection criteria, then its advantages and its disadvantages. And at the last, we have covered the solar thermal power plant, its typical layout, its site selection criteria, advantages and the disadvantages. Then, and at the last, we have just seen how that solar collector is there look like. Okay, so almost 4 power plants we have covered in the third chapter, that is nothing but the base load power plant. Got it everyone?
Yes, sir.
आता लक्षात घ्या, whenever you are going to consider this particular power plant, already we have seen 3 power plant in the second chapter, that is hydropower plant, then second thermal power plant and nuclear power plant. After that, in this particular fourth chapter, the third chapter, we seen the 3 power plant. Okay, so the section 1, we have covered almost all topic from the section 1. That is, first of all, we have covered the economics of power generation chapter. Then second, we have covered base load power plant, and third, we have covered the peak load power plant. Now, what after this, up to this first section, what we have covered up to this first section, we have covered that how the electrical energy is going to be generated. Okay, म्हणजे ह्या फर्स्ट सेक्शन मध्ये आपण काय शिकलो, इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी जनरेट कशी होती, हाउ द इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी इज गोइंग टू बी generated. Okay, now in the whenever we are going to enter into the next section, that is section number 2. Okay, in that next section, what we are going to do, how that particular electrical energy is going to be transmitted. Okay, so what is the exactly structure of the power system? Then we have seen how we are going to transmit the electrical energy. In that particular transmission of electrical energy, which component is involved? It may be a poles, it may be a insulators are there. Okay, such a type of things that we need to cover into the section second. That is nothing but the, what we can say, how the energy is going to be transmitted, or with the help of which different ways the energy is going to be transmitted. And in the whenever in the next semester you are having the subject like power system second, in that you are going to study how that electrical energy is going to be distributed with the help of different parameters, like cables are there. Okay, or you can say distribution lines are there. With the help of that, we are going to consult this particular parameters. Got it everyone? Okay, त्यामुळं आता ऑलमोस्ट सगळ्यांनी परवा दिवशी मी सांगितलं होतं, एव्हरीबडी हॅज ड्रॉन द शीट, व्हॉट एव्हर द 4 शीट आय हॅव ऑलरेडी गिवन यू in the PDF format already. Whether everybody has completed that sheets or some students are remaining still now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, only 4 sheets we are having. Already its PDF is there that I have uploaded in the group. I have given you some instruction related to the drawing of sheet. From then also, if you are having any doubt related to the how to draw that sheet, or whenever you are facing that problem, please feel free to ask me. Okay, because that is very important as far as your submission is concerned. तुमच्या submission साठी ते खूप important आहे. Okay, now we have covered the chapter test first, means MCQ test first we have covered. Now we have to think for a second MCQ test as well as third MCQ test. After the declaration of ISC result, we will continue second and third MCQ test. Or whenever I will have time in any particular holiday, I will put that test. So you just only see that MCQ and you have to tick that particular MCQ. Okay, पण सगळ्यांनी इम्पॉर्टंट काय आहे, शीट्स कंप्लीट करणं गरजेचं आहे, बिकॉज दॅट वी हॅव टू रिक्वायर व्हेनेवर वी आर गोइंग टू सी दी, और व्हेनेवर वी हॅव टू गिव दी टर्म वर्क मार्क. ओके, So just wait, I have to take your attendance. सगळ्यांना कळलेलं आहे का? रोल नंबर 4 प्रियंका, whether my voice is audible? Priyanka, whether my
Yes,
voice
sir.
is audible? Have you got all power plant, 4 power plant?
Yes, sir.
Which 4 power plant we have covered? Can you tell us in this chapter? प्रियंका, आता सांगितले आहेत मी, त्यातला एक तर तुमच्या समोरच आहे, त्या PPT वर अजून दिसतोयच. तुम्हाला फक्त राहिलेले 3 सांगायचे आहेत. कुठले आहेत ते? प्रियंका, कोण सांगतोय? बॉयज मध्ये, हु इज गोइंग टू टेल अस?
येस सर.
हां, कोणकोणते बघितले?
डिझेल पॉवर प्लांट, गॅस
Correct.
पॉवर प्लांट
Yes,
and
correct.
wind power plant.
Okay, correct. These are the 3: diesel, gas and
Solar.
wind
Solar.
power plant. आणि सोलर थर्मल पॉवर प्लांट तर तुमच्या समोरच आहे. ओके, लक्षात घ्या, जे हे पॉवर प्लांट आपण कन्सिडर केलेले आहेत, हे जरी पॉवर प्लांट तितकेसे काय म्हणतो त्याला यूज मध्ये नसले तरी ह्याचं इम्पॉर्टन्स आपल्याला नाकारता येणार नाही. इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल फॉर अस टू what we can say forget this particular power plant. Why I am saying? Because see, as these are the what we can say peak load power plant. Okay, जरी त्याचा इनिशियल कॉस्ट ही हाय असली तरी आपल्याला कधी ना कधी वी हॅव टू लुक आउट फॉर दिस पर्टिक्युलर पॉवर प्लांट. ओके, म्हणजे जर त्याची इनिशियल कॉस्ट जरी हाय असली सोलार थर्मल पॉवर प्लांटची, but in what we can say upcoming future days, it having the very importance in this particular day-to-day life. Okay, so these are the importance of this particular peak load power plants. आणि ह्याच्यात असं म्हणजे जे आपण सेकंड चॅप्टर मध्ये शिकलो, व्हॉट वी हॅव कवर्ड इन दी चॅप्टर नंबर 2, आपण जे सेकंड चॅप्टर मध्ये शिकलो की पर्टिक्युलर डिफरंट पॉवर प्लांट, म्हणजे जर इफ वी हॅव कन्सिडर दी हायड्रो पॉवर प्लांट, इन दॅट वी हॅव सीन हायड्रोलॉजी, ओके, अँड हायड्रोलॉजिकल सायकल. Then if we have considered the thermal power plant, that we have seen coal handling. If we are considering the nuclear power plant, we have seen the different nuclear reactors. But in this particular base load power plant, what we have covered, its power plant, its typical layout, site selection, advantages and disadvantages. That much only we have covered in this particular 4 power plant. That is nothing but the peak load power plant. Okay. Roll number 15, Prithviraj, whether my voice is audible? Roll number 15, Prithviraj. आहे का? आवाज येते का पृथ्वीराज? बघा पृथ्वीराज. Which is the particular working fluid for the wind power plant? wind power plant साठी फ्लुइड काय असणार आहे? जसं थर्मल पॉवर प्लांट मध्ये कोल आहे, तसं इथं काय वाइंड पॉवर प्लांट मध्ये
सन.
वाइंड, आय एम आस्किंग वाइंड, नॉट सोलार. नेम इट सेल्फ सजेस्ट आहे, त्याच्या नावातच आहे की रे. त्याच्या नावातच लिहिलेलं आहे की in wind power plant what is there in name itself, it is suggesting that which is the working fluid in this particular power plant. In name itself it is suggested there. wind power plant मध्ये आपण कशापासून एनर्जी जनरेट करतोय? वाइंड पासूनच ना, दुसऱ्या कशापासून करतोय? whether we have generated from any other source. आलंय का लक्षात सगळ्यांना?
येस सर.
त्यामुळे सिंपल क्वेश्चन आहेत हे. दीज आर दी थेरी MCQ क्वेश्चन. हे तुम्हाला कळायला पाहिजेत. नाहीतर जर तुम्ही वाइंड पॉवर प्लांटला कुठलं वर्किंग फ्लुइड आहे तिथे जर सोलार म्हणलं तर तुम्हाला काय म्हणतील? त्यामुळं हे दिसायला जरी खूप इझी दिसत असलं तरी हा चॅप्टर तेवढा इझी नाही. प्रत्येकाचा असा स्वतःचा आपला ऍडव्हान्टेज आहे. ओके, सो